for an exhilarating adventure? Then look no further than Ride Excursions and Tours. Get ready to explore the great outdoors like never before with our powerful e-bikes. Discover breathtaking sightseeing tours around the island. Feel the wind in your hair and experience nature in its purest form. Now, whether you're a seasoned rider or a beginner, our e-bikes are perfect for everyone. Call us at 473-422-1011 to book your excursion or visit ridersebikes.com. That's ridersebike.com to reserve your spot. Unleash your adventurous spirit with Ride Excursions and Tours, where every journey becomes an unforgettable adventure.
It's Instacash Grenada. Imagine a game with no numbers to choose from, no draws to wait on, and you can play it every day, including Sunday. That's Instacash. It's fast, it's easy to play, and you win prizes instantly. Instacash. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA. Making dreams come true.
Yeah. Welcome to Ride Along Live for Thursday. Yeah, what's pissing me off on a Thursday? That's what it is. Whew, a lot on my mind, guys, and I'm sure a lot on your mind as well. But today specifically, we're going to start up the conversation with something that happened earlier today. And it's amazing that something like that was left to happen like this, because it was a scream that eventually this would happen or something worse. But yeah, it was the worst, in fact, that happened today. A young child walked in, stepped on, and fell into a septic tank in Grenville. Yeah. The worst part about it, well, that is as bad as it gets, right? But it gets even worse because this septic tank, this manhole cover, was left that way just for anybody to just kind of step in at any point in time. For years, for months, it has been this way. Who should be held responsible? Now, let me start at the top and say that we did schedule the father to be on the program today. 5 minutes before the program, he opted, advice by counsel, that he should not make any comments relating to this particular incident. Nevertheless, we have someone who is considered like the mayor of Telescope, Mr. Mikey Noel, who was immediately on the scene and were able to scope out everything that happened with that manhole cover by the Grenville police station, and he's here to give us an update on what transpired. Mikey, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
All right, Mikey, thanks again for filling in, because again, as I said earlier, the father decided with advice from counsel that he would not appear on the program tonight, and that's completely understandable. But you decided to fill in to give us an update because you're very familiar with what happened. Mikey, what went on here today? Give us a rundown as what happened.
All right. Me and the father, first of all, are very close. He's like father to a lot of us. He teach us things, we grow on him. We are basically a whole large group of us, and he's basically, we just call him dad, his children. So the relationship between father, especially the little boy, our father have a lot of children. And Junior, over a period of time, when the ladies go, he stay with his children, all his children, even those from Trinidad he bring down. So he's a father that does a father, a mother, a community. Everybody work with his children one time. This particular little boy, our father named him Peace. The reason why he named him Peace, because this little youth man, he considered to give him a peace of mind. So the young brother's name was Peace. Now he's his father's everything as the last one. He goes everywhere he's father. He's in the garage every day as he get up. The garage is his daycare center. He always with his father. They sleep together. It's a unity, a bond that saddened because of that situation there. Now what has happened that afternoon? The father Our father have a group of our small brothers working with him. They stay at Ford in St. Andrews. They go down to work in the body workshop, and in the evening time drop them home.
Right.
After finishing work yesterday, he was going to bring the brothers home, and Peace, as always behind his father, started to cry to come to drop them home. Right?
Right.
So Dad put Peace inside the car with his brothers with his tablet, went to Ford, dropped the other brothers. On his way down, Peace started to doze off, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then rain was falling on and off. Now, in the back of the station, they have a little bar, which you call Mike's bar. But what happened now, South is doing some work on a vehicle for Mike. That's the guy with the bar.
Right.
So his routine was to pass by Mike, drop off some money, collect something, some parts, and go back to his garage, right? Usually, when you go behind the station, you have this great wall there, this big wall put up by the Port Authority, on the other side of the road. So anybody at the pass is basically they'll pass on the other side of the road behind the station. That's where the septic was, right? Right at the edge of the road. So if you park on the edge of the road and you don't park on the traffic, you don't pass on the traffic side, you're passing right where the septic is, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this has been dilapidated for a long, long time. Very long time. Very long time. You have builders that could come and say that the ministry even give them a mandate to go and check it, and he give them a idea what to do, and they never called him back. So this septic was dilapidated for a lot of years. They started to correct it, made the slab for the septic, and leave it right on top of the septic there, and leave this piece of this little piece of ply. I put it up on my status, I put it up on Facebook where everybody could see. Right. So Dad parked his car there with a little boy with his son in it to just up about 5 foot step to reach Mike to collect the parts or whatever he was collecting from Mike's vehicle. He was nothing about drinking, he was outside, and he told them, listen, my son is inside here, so I can't come, I can't stay long. So he's watching distance from the car. And he told them next guys who was there, who could say to that, he told them, watch me, I'll keep eyes with me till I become a little son in there. The rain started to fall. In the rain, he walked by the car, he checked his son was lying there. He come back to check Mike. Few minutes in checking Mike, the brother or brother-in-law will wake up and want to come and meet his dad because he knew where his dad was, right?
Right.
So he trained the little boy not to walk in the road. So what he did, he exited the door on the opposite side of where the vehicle was passing. Off the door, Junior. Off the door, immediately he met the septic because it's right on the side of the road.
So Mikey, hold on. You're saying that the septic is right next to the road, is visible from the road. You could look straight and see. We lost connection there with Mikey Noel, but he's back. Yeah. You're saying that the septic tank is visible from the road? You could stay in the road and see it?
You could stay in the road and see the septic tank.
All right. Again, we're getting some connection problem with okay, he's back again.
Yes.
Yeah. Mikey, one other thing before you go on. The septic tank, does it belong or is it in use by the police station in Grenville there?
It is a septic.
All right, we're getting some connection problem with Mikey Noel, who is on the ground there. Mikey, go ahead, Mikey.
It is a septic for the police station in Grenville. Yes, it is.
Okay, it's a septic tank for the police station in Grenville, and it's very visible right from the road. And it was, as we saw in the video that you did earlier, it was covered with a little piece of, like a piece of ply that was mashing up already. So anybody could have just stepped in and fall down inside of it, right?
Anybody could have fallen inside of it. Anybody could have passed on the edge and have no notice of this piece of ply was there, because where the tank is, Junior, knowing where it is, anybody cannot pass on the other side, they will pass across on the septic tank. Definitely.
Okay. here's a question that a lot of people are asking. I know we have to go forward with the story, but just to cover some grounds before we go in. How old was the child? How old was the child?
He was 4 years of age.
4. So the question is, why didn't the father take him out of the car and carry him with him? And earlier reports suggested that, and I want you're very familiar with the story and what happened. Earlier media reports suggested that the father was drinking in a bar. Can you confirm or deny if that was the case?
All this is propaganda. All this is propaganda.
Mm-hmm.
All this is propaganda. All of it. What you're hearing, people just assuming, as they always do down here, assuming from something they heard. Even the what was put up by Mikey Live, this is propaganda. There is actually people on the ground outside there, right where the thing happened. Even people from my community, everybody was right there.
Right. Okay. All right. I just wanted to clear that up because that's what's making wrongs, saying that the father went into a wrong station.
No. And let me tell you something. Dad usually come by me, we sit down. Peace and them come. When they come by me, he and them other little brothers and them, everybody sit down in the car. Dad come by me, we talk, thing. So he never really leave peace out of his view. He never had him anyway out that to say that people go have him, that he don't care. He always have him. He always, Junior, when I tell you always, Dad always have this child with him because you know when a child cling to a father, what's happened? This youth man don't want to stay with his mom. Under no circumstances, he's always with his father. Always.
Right. Okay.
Just imagine.
Go ahead.
Just before you go on, you see a young child. Your father in a garage from 6 o'clock, ponging and breaking vehicle. And a young child is up that time and walk with a mug of juice and bread come for your papa. And stay there with his papa from that time as he get up from bed. He outside with his papa before all the rest of brothers come to work. That's the unity and the love they had.
Right. Okay. You being in Grenville and seeing what's happening there for the longest period of time, were there any attempts to fix the septic tank or to cover the septic tank before? To permanently cover it so that this type of incident would not happen? Were there any attempts in the past?
In the past, from one of the builders, especially from Marquis there, his name is Starboy. Yes, the ministry make attempt because people keep complaining. This septic tank was so for a lot of years and people keep complaining. They keep complaining. Now, what happened there? As you can see, they started to do some repair on the tank, yes. They made the slab for the cover for the tank, Junior. The cover for the tank is just 0.5 meters away from where they have the piece of ply. Now, look at it today. Because this incident happened, you know what happened today? The tank was covered in the space of, by morning, the ministry people come and ask the assistance of the police to take the same slab that was right there and cover the tank. So just think about it. If this cesspit, if the ministry, the people responsible for this around Grenville was doing their work, and this is the police station and an active road in the bag for the portway, they had done what they have to do, Junior, we would have never have that incident today. What happened last night? Because they correct it immediately after.
Yeah.
So it comes up telling me now that something has to happen before the people who have the portfolio to carry out, do it. They're waiting for something tragic to happen. And to cover themselves this morning, they go and do the right thing. That should be done months, years ago, because that's in the tongue of St. Andrews.
Yes. I want to play back this video here because you outline a number of things as it relates to what happened immediately after. Let's see if we could take a look at this video.
Yeah, watch the work this morning now. They come quick and cover it up. Watch the pieces of plywood was over the tank. Watch was covering a tank in Grenville. Yeah? And as I was saying, look the wall across. If a vehicle coming or anything, everybody go past on that side. Yeah, look at it. It was covered up this morning. Yeah, anybody could step on it this morning. Watch it now. It's solid this morning.
Yeah, all right. So that was Mikey doing some video of the septic tank now because it's obviously covered. Mikey, so are you there? You hearing me?
Yeah, I'm there.
Right.
I'm
Okay.
there.
So tell me, from the time the child left the car, right? Start back from there. The child left the car and the child went out looking for the father. You said, right? Start the story back from there so we can continue.
Okay. Now, the father, the father is at the side of the corner there, watching the child, watching the vehicle that his child is inside. He's watching this vehicle, right?
Right.
What happened is the child didn't exit the vehicle from the side on the road, which logically, the way there, he will exit the vehicle from that side, right? But what happened is because the father always tell him about the road, he used the opposite door to come outside.
Okay.
And in coming outside now, he made the septic. So not to say he walked for 10 minutes or 20 minutes and then he fell into the septic tank. You understand? And B Junior is a child. You see a wall structure there right there. You even the guy that found the child, Mr. Kellen Peters, he found the child because the dad was there looking for his child. When he go and he realized the little boy was not in the side of the car. He asked for help. Everybody started searching. They reached as far as by the fish market. They're searching. You understand? Without the knowledge of the septic, open there with a piece of ply. He's an officer that go to get his vehicle. He goes to get his vehicle and realize the piece of ply they broke and people once saw the child inside of that septic there. Be it that the father or anybody have any idea that this structure was not whole, sealed and properly, they might have well do as such right around there and the child life might have been saved.
Wow. Yeah, this is, folks, this is just sad, sad, sad. A 4-year-old child lost his life today. If you guys have been following the story for the whole entire day, a very, 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 very sad mood in Grenville. This septic tank that we've been watching, or this manhole cover, was left neglected for a number of years and only had like a piece of plyboard, mash-up plyboard covering it. So anyone could have just stepped on this thing and fell in, right? As Mikey is explaining to us, that this particular manhole is visible from the street. So anyone, if you're coming off in the nighttime and you have no visibility, you would end up in that septic tank. It's sad that the child was left unattended for a period of time, for a short period of time, and that he left the vehicle and came out, and just moments later, the child ended up, as fate would find, in the bottom of that septic tank. The child later died. Worst case scenario. Now, there have been a lot of conversation, and we will open up the phone lines to your comments because people do have a lot that they would like to say and about this particular story. But Mikey, let's talk about negligence here, because again, you like the mayor of Grenville. Who is the negligent party here? From your recollection, from you being there, you've seen what happened. Who is the negligent party in this situation?
Junior, I'll be frank. No, I'll be frank from a wide perspective.
Right.
A wide perspective and a lot of all Grenadian people over the world as parents, yeah? Now, let me state clearly, if it has been as all the people predict what went on with my little brother, with his father sitting in a bar, drinking alcohol, with the knowledge that my son in the car sleeping, right? Mm-hmm. If it was that scenario, I would have a different aspect of the situation. Now, the negligence part there, other people have been saying things about he's careless, he leave his child there, he go and drink alcohol, who's saying he killed the child and throwing it. The Grenadian people just blatantly disgracing the father of this little boy. Now, the negligence part of it, Junior, yeah? For example, if everyone knows it have a big hole in the center street in Grenville, they will divert to a different route. I put this blame on the persons and the people who came this morning to cover the septic tank. I put in the negligence and the blame to the people who this morning come to cover the septic tank, Junior. Let's say, okay, the carnival, the Christmas, the Christmas Eve celebration, everybody rushing the back day, people passing in the back day, and usually there is a lot of vehicle park along that end. No one knows that this supply there was in such a dilapidated state. It could have been me, it could have been the police officer, it could have been anyone. The whole part of it is the people responsible for such, they pass around and they check with water, they close down our places. If the place is not equipped, they check every septic tank around Grenville area. If it's not equipped, whether it's bar or not, they shut down the place. This is the police station septic tank. This is a main septic tank on a street in Grenville. That is not some far back where they just go or some sidewalk quite inside some village. That is in the town, in the back of the town where the port area is. That's there is nothing to sympathize with that act that has happened there. I walk on it today. I step on it today after they put a piece of slab on it. I walk on it today after they put a piece of slab on it. And the slab was already made and they're right there. Where just 2 persons, 3 persons just hold the slab and rest it on right there. And that's it. So if people want to comment about the father standing up right there and his child in the car sleeping, now the rain is coming. The rain is coming. My father is going home. I work with my father in the shop whole day. He have to collect some money from a guy he's working on and take something from he's working on to take care of me and my family. And he didn't go there and spend an hour, neither he spent half an hour, neither he spent 25 minutes. He just a few minutes span to collect something to go home with his son because his son was always with him all day from since morning.
Right.
And not knowing that, Junior, when he's working on a weekly day, he drink no alcohol. He drink no alcohol. On a weekend when dad come out to have a time, the little boy is home with the rest of brothers. On a weekend, dad come outside. On a weekend, in the night time when he come outside, on a weekend to check us, peace is home. You understand? But because it was a working day and he is part of the working, the little boy, the little brother is part of the working gang. He's part of it. A total of 7 of them working with that. Little boys, his little children and their friend, and Peace. And him included, with Peace mother.
Yeah. How is the family taking this, Mikey? How is the rest of the family taking this?
That is crying, Junior. That is painful. That is crying. He's in pain. And the worst thing about the more pain he is when he hear how the Grenadian people who have no understanding about the situation is slandering his name and saying he killed his child and threw him in a septic tank, who saying he knew the child is not his, he killed the child. Is to hear what the Grenadian people, their views on such a horrible event for a father with a 4-year child. For a father to grow his child from zero. Sometimes when the mom is not there, Junior, the little boy actually grow its salt from zero. Zero. If you come to the garage and you see pictures, I believe it's GBN got some pictures of that phone today. He and the little boy sleep together. They sleep on top. The little boy basically sleep every night on top of his father. You know, and knowing that the bigger ones, the elder ones, Junior, the elder ones, he when mommy and left and mommy want to go, the man take his children. He take his children. Those that are in Trinidad, he bring them down. He take his children. He take care of his children. He take care of us. As a youth man growing up, and I met this man. Me and all of us, everybody, this man nurture us and bring us like children. So I know him not just as a friend, I know him as a father figure. That is why we call him dads. So the people who there and utilize the situation to bring him down to zero. You all knows nothing what you're talking about. And as he said today, when he crying about what people saying today, he said they could say what they want. All his concern is he lost his peace because this little youth man since he born, he and his father have a lot of pressure during the kind of work he does. And this little youth man, he said, Captain, that is my peace. Everybody who come around, they know South. Everybody who knows South, know he and that little boy. They never apart. Only on a weekend when he come outside and he decide he go drink a little alcohol, he leave peace home. Otherwise than that, every day after work, every time, he and his kids, man.
Yes. Yes. All right, Mikey. I mean, I understand that the father, advised by counsel, decided not to speak, and I respect that. But it would have been nice to hear him. But I understand why he can't. I'm going to open up the phone lines because there's still a lot of people that has many, many questions on what transpired. So I'm going to give the viewers an opportunity to call in as well, to voice their opinion and at least speak about this and how they feel about this. Anything else you wanted to add, Mikey?
Yeah, before I leave, I would like to say grenade to the Grenadian people.
Okay.
Now, when an incident happen like this, I pray you guys that you realize that there is only one thing that could cover us and keep us safe and feel for each other is love. Love by not embracing one another, but love by what we speak, what we think, how we feel, how we should handle a situation. Grenada is falling apart, and we need to put it back together. As we were little, they say it's only love that makes the world go round. So even though you ask your questions, and even though you have to make a comment, remember there is somebody suffering for the loss of their son. It could have been any one of us son. It could have been even an adult, a big person, an elderly person. We have to understand that what we say in our mouths and what we bring out there have to be of some comfort so that we're going to learn to better something next time and to don't let a situation like that happen. Not to slander and make a set of remarks that cause pain. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mikey. We'll keep in touch, my brother.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
All right, guys. So let's open up the phone lines right now because I know that you guys have a lot to say on this. So let's do that right now. The phone number that you call, 718-701-5720. That's 718-701-5720. We're speaking about this incident that happened earlier this morning where a child fell into an open manhole cover, open septic tank, and he later died. Let's go to the phone lines and take our first call. Caller, 1 second. Caller, hold on 1 second. I'm just trying to get you into the system to bring your call up. All right, caller, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, caller, go right ahead.
Okay, Junior, good night. I've been following up on this whole dilemma,
Yes.
and I have a friend of mine from since school days. Right now, he's in the States. You know, he's working everything, and he made a live as well today, and he gave out his views. And just as how the caller a while ago just speak, how Mikey spoke, trust me, that's how he say about the Grenadian people. When they're looking for the weakest link, that's who they like to attack. But this thing about being negligent like that, a lot of them better look in the mirror. All right? Because nobody in the world, I'm not going to say in Grenada, nobody in the entire world could say that they 100% not negligent. Many times I'm walking the streets, I'm going by a supermarket, or you have a bar somewhere or something you have somewhere, or somebody has some barbecue by the side of the road, and I'll watch some people would leave, the liquor churn in the beaker.
So are you hold on. Are you saying that there was some level of negligence?
I'm saying that this whole thing about being negligent, I am not going to blame the father like that. I'm not going to do it.
Okay.
But people, I'm watching so much comments from your live. I'm watching so much comments from a partner live. I'm watching other people who posting up all kind of things and saying this about the father and saying that about the father. And they don't even put in themselves in his shoes. And this thing about this septic tank day, okay? I saw the video with this plywood. And when I watched the guy pick up that plywood and this thing shelling out in his hand, this could have happened to anybody, yeah?
Right.
And now this morning, now somebody or persons run and gone take the slab that was on the side of it and cover it back up. What really counting on them? They know that means now they know they're guilty, so now they're looking to go and cover it up. I find that is total BS. Because anybody that could have happened to it, anybody, a grandmother, it could have happened to, an aunt, an uncle, a friend of yours, it could even happen to you. You could just walk and think, okay, nothing. All right, that boat's solid, boy. I ain't gonna walk in the road or walk on it and boop, you're just gone down inside. You understand? And watching how that septic area was designed, that simple step on that ply, when you going down, you would hit your head on the edge of that concrete. Watching how they designed that thing there, you would hit your head. So I show when small man go down inside of that, I show he hit the head and he may get unconscious. You understand? But I'm not going to go and say that the father was that negligent. You have people that did worse than what the man did.
Yeah, we
But
can't.
all they want to
We
bring
can't
out the
say
man.
we can't say people did worse. So this is acceptable. We cannot attribute what other people do to this. And I'm not casting any blames here. I'm just trying to understand, right? And one of the things, the big question is, how long was the child left in the septic tank before they actually found him? How long was he there? And that's another question that people are asking. Again, I'm not casting any blame. I'm just saying, if they was constantly looking at the child or paying attention to the child presence in the car, if you look in 2 minutes after and he looked 3 minutes later, he probably would have not seen the child in the car and then start searching and try to figure out where the child went, or probably see where the child left the car. If someone was paying close attention to the unattended child, right? And the other question is, if the child fall into that septic tank, how long did he stay there? I mean, just to think of the nasty septic tank is just gross. But how long did the child actually stay there before someone actually noticed that the child was missing? All of these unanswered questions are still lingering in the minds and causing people to speculate that the child was probably left unattended for an extended period of time. And again, that's not me casting any blame on the father or anything, but those are just some questions that people are asking.
No, I understand what you're saying. I'm understanding what you're saying. Because there's a lot of questions to be answered and everything. Because just as I said, the child could have walk on that ply day and how the child maybe going down inside, hit the head on the concrete and the child knock out. Because when you knock out and you're inside of the, you can't shout for help, you can't think nothing, you can't move, you're just taking in water inside you.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm not trying to cast any stones,
right.
But people have to try to understand where the father is coming out from. Right now, the man is in total pain right now.
Absolutely.
That man is in total pain. You understand? And the way people are coming down on him, I even saw a comment where somebody said, he killed the child and put the child in. Come on, man. Really?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Those type of comments.
That don't make no sense.
Those type of comments, I mean, it really makes the situation worse, because I don't think that is the case. I don't think that the father willingly, or any father for that matter, that grew up their child to 4 years old would just willingly allow their child to gag and end up in a septic tank. I don't think that he had anything to do with the child, being in there. But we have to look at it as as preventative measures. Like, okay, if we had to write a manuscript or if we had to write a little paper on things that could have been avoided to prevent something like that from happening, to create policies so something like that don't happen again, it would start by saying, one, we as parents, as guardians, should be very, very aware of where our children are. And we should not leave kids unattended. That is a policy right here in the US that you can't leave your child unattended in a car. That's a policy. And again, that's not me casting any blame on the father, but that is policy. If you do that, then you could get serious, you could get charged for doing that, right? Here in the US.
No, I understand that very much.
Secondly, we have a manhole cover that is open, that anybody could have fallen inside of it. That's another problem again. And you can't say one for the other. You can't say, okay, well, this happened, so this shouldn't happen. Or you have to look at everything holistically to figure out what could have done differently in all instances to prevent a situation from happening. And one of the things that we cannot rule out, is that leaving children unattended in a vehicle. A lot of things could have happened. A car could have run up. A car could have run up and hit the vehicle. The car could have locked. The car could have locked up with the keys inside, and then you can't get inside the car, and the kids stay inside there and suffocate because it's hot. All of these things are reasons why those policies are engaged here, especially in the US, and you get charged for it. And I'm not saying that the father willingly did this, but I'm just saying those are some of the questions that people all have of things that could have been done better in this case here. But caller, thank you so much for your input. Go ahead.
I'm understanding that, but the point where you address with the situation with the manhole, that is something that really and truly need to be addressed, because you telling me the slab was right on the side, okay? The rest of the slab right on the side next to the manhole. So the person who took it off, they could have simply just put it back.
Right.
But instead, what they did now, they just take a piece of ply and just leave that there and that's stay for how much months, and it just rotten out, because sewer would eat away a lot of things.
Right.
But you telling me that person who take all that slab, they couldn't check back that somebody could have just, walk on that ply and could have gone down inside or something, man?
Yeah.
And everybody just wanted to just, come on, man. They had to do something better about this thing.
That blame needs to be casted on that side as well. Blame needs to be casted there as well. But caller, thank you so much. I got to take a next call on, but I appreciate your input on this, all right? Thanks again. Appreciate you.
All right. Enjoy your night.
Yeah. All right, 718-701-5720. Let us know what's your take on this. A child, guys, and we cannot underscore the importance of looking at things proactively, not reactively, right? Proactively. How could this whole thing could have been prevented from the start? And those are the questions that need to be asked. So these kind of things don't happen ever again. Another call on the line. Caller live, where are you calling us from? Okay, caller hung up. 718-701-5720. That's our number. Let us hear your voice on this. At the end of the day, guys, as I said, a young child lost his life. And there has been a lot of blame going around from the folks at the police station. I'm hearing that, the Ministry of Health, I'm hearing that people in the community should have even pressed harder to make sure that this manhole cover was covered properly. Because at the end of the day, it could have been my mother that's wandering around and end up there. My mother does often walk around Grenville. Right? It could have been your mom. It could have been a family member. So the community had an important role to play. The community had an important role to play to ensure that if they keep seeing this thing happening, if they keep seeing this manhole cover there just open like that with a little piece of, plyboard around it, then that is, first of all, unhealthy. And second of all, anybody could just fall along inside of it. It could have happened any Monday morning. Right? We got another caller. Caller live, where are you calling us from?
Hello, good night. I'm calling you from Grenada, St. Andrew.
Grenada, go right ahead.
Yes. Good night, Junior.
Yes.
I it is so sad to hear what took place. Number one, the father, I am wondering if he would have knowledge of the manhole that was there. That's one. Number two, I mean, this could have happened to anybody. It could have been anyone who just walking along the hurriedly going to the whatever business, home, or whatever, and step in there and fell. On the other hand, I am thinking, why didn't he pick the child up and go with him, whether he's sleeping or not? Because you don't know how long you would have stayed or wait for whatever you had to go to collect. Okay? Then the vehicle parked directly alongside that manhole, and that is a danger. Number two, why didn't the person who fixed that portion of the septic tank put the pieces of wood around so persons would not have walked directly in the center and mark danger? Another thing that could have been done, even though you put the caution tape, there's no protection with caution tape, except in you knowing that you shouldn't pass there. And whoever is knowledgeable about the caution tape would know that they shouldn't walk there. If you're not knowledgeable, you're just thinking, well, just a tape, and you still would step on it, because Grenadians are very curious. They like to, they're inquisitive. They want to know, what, so why shouldn't I pass there, what the case may be. Okay, on the other hand, this is a police station. You are serving the public. Where is the officer that is in charge of the police station or the Eastern Division? Where is he? Does he go around and speculate the area to see if everything is okay? That is part of his duty. Okay? What about the inspectors, the ASPs, the sergeants, the corporals who are supervisors? Does they go around to look to see what's taking place? Did any officer made a complaint as in regards to that danger that is there? It could have been a police officer that could have fell into that septic tank. I am asking the question: did the septic tank have feces in it? You know what is a septic tank and feces. At the same time, the child fell there. Yes, maybe as the first caller said, he could have knocked his head, fell unconscious and gone in there. And you know what feces is. It has a lot of bacteria and what have you in it. Okay? And on the other hand, what is the ministry doing? The Prime Minister is the Minister of National Security. Now, does he go around with his PS and other ministers and other persons to look at the different police stations to see what is taking place and to see, well, okay, this area, this division need station in this division need repairs, and we're going to speedily work on things to do whatever. What are they doing? Listen. Junior, this thing is so hurtful. It's so painful. With me, I know yes, there are a lot of blames that would go on the father. Which for me, I am a parent. I'm a grandmother. It could have been me and my granddaughter walking there, not knowing, because I know it had a manhole there, and she stepped right into it. And trust me, I would have sued the police and I would have sued the government, because this is nonsense. And look at the community. Look at where the port is. It's an area that persons traverse frequently. All the other police officers, all the police officers that station in that department, in that area, what are they doing? I mean, you just sit, just comfortably having, and this thing is hazardous. You have septic open, you're using your toilet, you're flushing it. I mean, come on, look at it. Look at the state of it. It is shameful. It is so embarrassing to the police and to the government and also to the community. It is a shame. And it is what? International. Because a lot of people, everybody go on Facebook and they look at things. Come on, look at that. This child should not have lost his life.
Yes.
It is rather ridiculous. And I'm throwing the blame mostly on the government and on the police. Yes, the father could take a bit of a blame because yes, he should have gone with the child. Okay, yesterday it was raining plentiful. Maybe he didn't want to leave the child and take the child with him in the rain because there's a bad flu going around. So he preferred to leave the child there, not knowing maybe the child would get up. Listen, I go places with my granddaughter, right? My eyes are always on her. But the moment I took out my eyes, just a split second, she disappears. And I have to be calling her every minute, running, scared because I doesn't want anything to happen to her.
Right.
I mean, when we look at it, we need to view the thing at a neutral standpoint and look to see what could have been done. The government have a lot of blame to take because the police officer cannot fix if they have any deteriorating area in the building, they cannot fix it themselves. Okay, the government supposed to do it. The prime minister is minister of national security, and a lot of blame has to go to that ministry and to them.
All right, caller.
And also the police officer, they could have been clamoring for this thing to fix along. I mean, a long time ago it is there.
Yes.
Can't you imagine how persons maybe would have gotten sick as a result of breathing in all these fumes and filth and stench?
Thank you, caller.
Understand what I'm saying?
Thank you, caller.
I mean, come on, they need to do better. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your input. Of course, we respect your input on this topic, hence the reason why we open up the phone lines to hear your input. Caller live, where are you calling us from?
Connecticut.
Carrico?
Connecticut.
Connecticut, go right ahead. Go right ahead, Connecticut.
Yeah. All right, so I'm looking at the program, Junior, and I basically, the dude lost his kid, man. I lost a kid 5 years ago, and I wish. All right, so.
No, caller, go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to, just want to listen to the program right now. I just want to tell him that to keep the faith, man. I could relate what he's going through. I could feel his pain right now. I'm not going to stay here and say if that should have been done or this should have been done. The point is he lost his kid, and we have to sympathize with him. And losing a kid is very painful. I lost a kid 5 years ago, and I'm still going through it. And I'm here right now, bro, and I'm shaking because I could just imagine the pain that man and the family is going through right now. That's all, man. Cool.
Thank you so much, caller. Thank you so much. 718-701-5720. Put your voice on this. A child lost his life. And the conversation right now, because, hindsight is always 2020. Everybody looking back and could see all the problems. And that's why we say, the society is just too reactive, man. It's supposed to be... Anyway, I have my thoughts on this. I'll leave for the end. Caller, you're live. Go right ahead.
Good night.
Yes, caller. Go ahead.
Hello? Yes, good night. So I'm not calling to say much or anything because I don't really know much about the situation. But the way Grenadians getting on, believe me, it's really heartbreaking.
Right.
We all make mistakes. Because as a parent too, I would pay attention to my child. I don't know if everybody would do the same. But in Grenada, if you go in each and every different parish and you pay attention to certain parents, a parent would they up here and the child would they way, way down. Parents don't really pay attention to the child like that. It's not the first time, not the second. I'm not going to blame the father. We don't know what the father is going through.
Right.
So I'm not going to put no blame on the father. I'm not going to put no blame on the police. I'm not going to put no blame on the government. But still, before they going out and saying, this, because when you pass all over Grenville, Southern and this, and so, no, you don't do those things, especially when it comes to a child. You don't go around, I'm glad that happened. You don't do those things. You sympathize, especially when it comes to an innocent child. You can't be going around and doing those stuff all over Grenville. Even though the person might be, I don't know the person, that's how I said the person might be a bad person. When it comes to children, you don't mix children with big people stuff. And then again, when it comes to the septic tank, I find the police should be doing better than that. Because if you walk on the sidewalk in front of Blast, going down to Grenville, this road, they put there, this thing, the block whatsoever is there, you walk in and you have to keep on trying to keep up your balance because this thing going down and coming up. They have to do better than that when it comes to the sidewalk because I don't know what kind of sidewalk they make there. So there is a lot when it comes to this. I'm not going to blame the father, as how I said. Everybody goes through stuff. I don't really know the story, so I can't say this and I can't say that. But I'm just calling to say people should at least try and to sit down and consider it in certain situation before you go in and jump to conclusions.
Okay. Point well taken.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much. 718-701-5720. Put your voice on this topic right here. You could call in live on WhatsApp or you could call direct. Talking about the incident that happened with this child, this young child who lost his life after he fell into a septic tank in Grenville. Caller live. Where are you calling us from?
Good night, Junior. I'm calling from Grenada.
Grenada, go right ahead.
Junior, I just think this situation is just so sad. I mean, I have a 4-year-old child as well. And losing a child in this at that tender age and through those circumstances, which could have been avoided, is extremely sad. I think as a nation, as a people, we need to be a little bit more proactive rather than being reactive. Who is to blame in this situation? I feel it for the family. I feel it for the father. Yes, more could have been done. Everybody's just saying yes. The septic tank was there uncovered for a long time, but a simple citizen could have went into the police station or perhaps made a report, or maybe just help in that instance, because you just never know. You know, it could have been one of your family.
Yes.
When perhaps you could have made an input and just, make a difference in that case.
Yes.
I mean, it's very, very, very extremely sad. I'm not blaming anybody, but in a case like that, if I'm not saying I'm not the father, I'm not, a family member, but if it's my child, rain, thunder, lightning.
All right, well, that's that caller there, making some very valid points. And of course, guys, if you call in and I could not take your call, I'm not avoiding you or neither am I trying to disconnect your call. It's just that we could only have one call at a time. And so I cannot take your call at the same time that I have someone else on the line, all right? All right, caller live, where are you calling us from?
Hi, good night.
Yeah, hi.
I'm calling from Grenada.
Grenada, go right ahead.
Just calling to sympathize with the families.
Yes.
It's sad. As a nation, it's very sad. But we as parents, we do make mistakes, and sometimes we have to learn from our mistakes. I'm not going to bash him because I am a parent for myself. I do make mistakes growing up children. So it's very hazardous because I know there's a restaurant right there, and it's not nice to be buying food and so forth, and even conducting a normal walk around there is very hazardous for us. So yes, if we had, as a people, as a nation, know that was there, maybe we could have voiced our concerns in so much different ways. So all I want to say is that, Daddy, I know it's hard, but as a nation, as a people, we'll get through with that. Right. So have a nice day.
Thank you, caller. Thank you so much for calling your input on this. Caller live, where are you calling us from?
Grenada.
Grenada, go right ahead.
I just want to sympathize with the father that lost his son. And I'm saying that hold
on, caller. One second. Caller, 1 second. Hold on, caller. One second. If you're on speakerphone, take me off speakerphone because I'm getting an echo. And I don't know if you're close by the TV, but I'm getting a bad echo. Just take me off a speakerphone if you can, and just speak straight into the phone so we'll hear you a lot clearer. Hello?
Okay, but you wasn't on speakerphone. Are you hearing me clearly?
Yeah, I'm hearing you a lot better now without the feedback. Go ahead.
Okay. Yes, I just want to sympathize with the father that lost his son. And for the hole that is been open, there's a lot of hole like that is open throughout the city in Grenada. And I think the minister, I don't know who is responsible for it, but I think that that should be their responsibility to, overlook those roads, especially those
in town, in the city. Because there are times that it's not only this hole that is exposed, but you walk through town, you walk through Grenville, there are holes that is just exposed, and there are a lot of people falling free, and nothing at all having, come out from those small incidents.
Yes.
So if a situation like that is being avoided, people walk because of that, the holes, the trends, or whatever it is, then a lot of these things and then would not happen. You know what I mean? There will be sometimes elderly people walking through town, and sometimes they could get stuck in those things and then, and that is crazy, Yes. So I'm saying that the government or the minister in charge, that is thing that they have to be looking into. Whenever people clean the streets or the city, they have to cover up that road, Sometimes they will dig big trench and just leave it open with a caution tape. And then sometimes somebody's vehicle runs straight into it, somebody falls into it. And then by the end of the day, nothing comes out of it because it's your fault. You fall into it, so you have to get out. But it's not fair for anyone,
Yes.
That's my contribution.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, caller. We appreciate you. 718-701-5720. 718-701-5720. Take a few more calls on this. It's 3 minutes after the hour of 6. 3 minutes before the hour of 7 o'clock in my end. In the Caribbean in Grenada, it's going up to 3 minutes before the 8 o'clock hour. Guys, we're talking about this and very sad situation that transpired overnight with this young child, 4-year-old child. Let's go back to the phone lines. Caller, you live? Yes, caller. Where are you calling us from?
Yes, Junior. Good night. How are you doing?
Good, good.
All right. I have a few questions to ask, and I have a few comments to make.
Mm-hmm.
There was a similar situation like that on Locust Street. When you're coming down from PDC,
right?
A child fell down in a hole there a couple of weeks ago.
Yes.
I think the teacher made an alarm. Immediately that was fixed.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I think it's a few days after that was fixed. I am wondering if the public did not know that situation was clamoring behind the police station. Because situation like that, we can't play no blame game, right? It's a sad situation. We have to have some empathy, right? Because nobody would like that what happened there. It could have happened to anybody. Just imagine an elderly person, because Grenadians how we is already. They want to pass some water, bam, they run behind the police station there. They think. So that could have happened to any one of us families. So we have to show some empathy there.
Yes.
And then people, when they see situation like these things in our community, we need to speak out, right? And I am wondering too, I do think that the police does have what you call inspection. I don't know if there were anything over the septic tank, because what I'm seeing now is an open hold, right? I don't know if he had anything over it and it wasn't solid, right? But how are they passing inspection? If it is right behind them, how are they passing the inspection? And people must learn to speak up, as I said, when you see a situation like that. We see these things happening, speak about it.
Yes.
Go out in the street, clamor over it. And when we have children, using this type of place, we have to be our neighbor's keeper.
Yes.
I feel it for that family tonight, because it could have been anybody, right? So let's don't try to play the blame game and the government and the this and the that and the next. It happened. We all are sad. We have to have some empathy.
Absolutely.
That's my take on it.
Thank you so much, caller. We appreciate you. We'll take two more calls before we wrap it up. Guys, I think that it's very important as a community that we remain vigilant. When we see something, we say something, right? And I agree that it's not everything should be left up to the government. Like, for instance, I believe that in cases like this, when you have some kind of infrastructure damage in your community, it is us, it is you that is in the community. It's your parents, it's your children that run around that community. Now, if that has been there like that for so long, and people in the community walk and pass and see this thing every single day or wherever, and they said absolutely nothing, then the blame have to go wrong always. Huh? We need to be vigilant. And we need to report these things. And sometimes it ain't take nothing much to take 3-4 men and get thing and just pull the thing back, because we know if somebody were to fall in there, it's us, or would fall inside there, or kids that would fall inside of there. Let's go back to the phone. Let's call it live. Where you calling us from?
Yeah, GR, Brooklyn.
Hey, Brooklyn, go right ahead.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you for taking my call. I appreciate it.
No problem.
And my deepest sympathy goes to the family for losing the baby. I know it's very difficult for them.
Yes.
However, in any country in this world, it doesn't matter where you are, leaving an infant unattended, you could leave them in the house, you could leave them, anywhere you leave them, you could store and buy something and leave them in the house, is child negligence.
Yes.
And I feel sorry for the family. I'm sympathetic with the father. But there's no question about it. That's child negligence, and it's supposed to be prosecuted. However, the blame is to be shared even with the fire department. You can't blame the government for that. The government has nothing to do with this. The police department who left this thing uncovered for whatever period it is and that child fallen it, they need to take a part of the blame.
Yes.
So you have to share the blame with the parents and the fire and the police department. You understand? But it's child negligence. We could put it how we want. We could color code it. We could feel sorry and lie for the parents and say they didn't do it. It is child negligence. And in America, they would be in jail right now for child negligence. So I'm very sorry, but that's what it is. I call it like I said. So thank you for taking my call. I won't take much of your time.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much, my brother. Yeah. Now, the caller is right. In terms of what is a practice here and a policy here in the U.S., right? And this is a policy. You could get charged if you leave your young child unattended in a vehicle. Point blank, period. These are one of the things that you don't do here by law. So it might be the same in Canada and England as well. I'm not sure if this is the law on the books in Grenada, but he is right. It is considered negligence if you leave your child unattended in a vehicle for an extended period of time. Listen, you can't even leave your cat or your dog in a car unattended for an extended period of time. Yeah, they're very strict about that. 718-701-5720, we'll take our final call. Now, while we wait for our final call, let me tell you guys about this. I'm inviting everyone on the Riders team, everyone that's watching and the sound of my voice, to be a part of our grand opening launch of the Riders Excursion Rental and Tours official red carpet launch, and that's going to be in Grenada at the Esplanade Mall at the Courtyard. Looking forward to see you guys there. That's on Saturday, January 13th, Saturday, January 13th, as we promote eco-friendly tourism and community tourism. Ride e-bikes coming to Grenada. It's going to be an exciting series of excursions. We invite you guys to check it out. Let's go back to the phone lines. Caller live, where are you calling us from?
Junior, what's up? I'm calling from Miami.
Yes, hi, go right ahead.
Yeah, I listen to all the stories that happened there, man. And to me, there is real negligence in this, right? I had prefer if the guy had locked the door and one go drop over he had to drop and come back, which is wrong also. Leaving a child unattended in a vehicle is wrong. But if he had locked the door and run to this wherever he have to go and come back, it would have been better. And number two, the situation with where this manhole is there, the police tell me, you telling me that that is a hazard to the public. You're telling me that the police and them who, right, that is on a compound, right? It happened. I could say this is on a compound. They wouldn't walk around and say that this is a hazard to the public. So let me try to get that secure. Tell me. So the police has some blame to get.
Caller, what about the public? What about the public that see this night and day and just?
Well, right. Well, even though, listen. Even though the public see night and day, they see it, but it's the police station.
Yes.
It is on the compound.
Yes.
Have responsibility to show that in this area there is a hazard, and they're supposed to secure it in a proper. We gotta for the public. The public could put a blind eye to it, but the police should not put a blind eye to it. It's something that happened on the in the compound. So the police has some blame. The father is negligent. That's the situation.
Okay. Thank you, caller. Thank you so much for your input on this. We appreciate you. Again, guys, I have a lot to say as it relates to this, right? Because it's not sugarcoating anything. It's not. Let me take this last call. Then I'll give my piece. I'll say my piece. Caller, live? Where are you calling us from? Hello?
New York.
New York. Go right ahead.
Hi, Junior.
Hey.
Okay. I want to give my views. Okay. We as parents, number one, we do a lot of things what we're not supposed to do with our kids. And living up here for a lot of years, there have been a lot of incidents with parents leaving the kids in the car, especially in the summer. The kids suffocate, even in the winter, even the animals. So I'm not really coming down on the father to say, well, he wasn't a good dad. We do things. I raised my son, and I used to run out in the store for a minute with my stomach in my hand because I'm scared. You know how it is up here. So by people bashing that father, I don't think we should come together as Grenadians and see we could, do something better, like go around the community, see where they have these kind of hazardous things around and try to get it together than everybody trying to bash the dad and say, oh, he shouldn't do this and he shouldn't. It's a lot of things we shouldn't do, and we just do it as adults. So, bashing the father, I don't even want to get the gold in China to be the father right now. Kind of man will never forgive himself. And to talk about the mother. It's sad. It's a really, really sad situation. When I saw that today on Facebook, tears coming to my eye. It is sad. We have to come together, as Grenadians and go around the country, like in each village and see, things happen for things to happen. Put it like that. What is really sad, trust me, it's sad. You understand? That's all I have to say.
Thank you so much, caller. We appreciate your input on this. Guys, we're going to close it off right here and still keep a close eye on this story. But we need to take, guys, you know what I hate? I hate that reactive things, right? The truth and the fact is, one, the septic tank should not be open like that. And they knew that the septic tank wasn't supposed to be open and exposed like that. They knew it. But like everything else, we are always, reactive. As soon as something happens, we run and get that done. But obviously, you're watching something have a feeble covering over it. Somebody could fall along inside that thing, man. You could have fallen inside of it. Someone from the general public, the police, somebody could have fallen inside of it. Why couldn't somebody just, like a bright light go off in somebody's head and say, ding, 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 yo, that need to be covered. You walk past the thing night and day, up and down, except a manhole cover is supposed to be covered. It's supposed to be covered. A septic tank, it's not hygienic in the first place. It's supposed to be covered. So the police and the people who see this thing every day, the authorities, come on. You guys knew better than that. You can't. What you waiting for? You waiting for this to happen? And exactly as I said, as soon as it happened now, they run and they cover it. As soon as it happened, the inevitable, like he was just waiting, like somebody just sitting there waiting for the inevitable to happen. As soon as it happened, they run and they cover it. So that shows that you knew that it's not supposed to be like that. So the authorities, they need to do better than that. They have so many other things. The public, the general public, if you've seen this thing and you recognize that this has been a hazard and this will be a hazard, the general public, listen, you have to take responsibility for your community as well. If you see this thing, you know somebody, dog could have fallen in it, you could have fallen in it, your mother could have fallen, my mother could have fallen in it. If I knew that was there, I would have raised hell. I would have talked about it. I didn't know, I never seen it. But I would have come here on this microphone and said, you see that? That will be a problem. That is a problem. Because I tell you, when my mother walked in Grenville, she had high so and she walking all over the place. Yeah? She could have ended up in that septic tank. The community, you have to share that blame. The father and parents, we have to recognize and realize, again, we're sharing blame all over, that we have to protect the young ones. And as loving and as caring as we are, and we have as much love that we have in our heart, we have to think about some preventative things or things that could possibly happen in instances. And in no instant, I think that a child should be left unattended in a car. I understand it was raining. Yes, I understand that it was raining. But I cannot subscribe to any kind of reason why a child should be left unattended in a car for more than a minute. For more than a minute. It shouldn't happen. If you could stay where you are and constantly observe the child, and it's still, even if that is the case, because you don't know, the car could be parked there and then something could just run up and hit the car with the child in the car. Kids should not be left unattended. Me personally, I don't even leave my pets in the car. So we have to share the blame around, because if like when a plane crash, all these people come together and they analyze the scene and they put measures in place. So the same thing that happened that caused that plane to crash ain't gonna happen for our next plane to crash the same way. So they put everything in place and fix it. And that means that even if someone chose something on the runway or something fell on the runway that is not supposed to be there, they will ensure that next time around, they'll put measures in place so that don't happen again. So we have to analyze the whole thing and share the blame right around. And that doesn't rule out guardians and parents and the police and the authorities, the health authorities, and the general public, general sense. Everybody needs to take some blame on this one. We got a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Don't move. For an exhilarating adventure? Then look no further than Ride Excursions and Tours. Get ready to explore the great outdoors like never before with our powerful e-bikes. Discover breathtaking sightseeing tours around the island. Feel the wind in your hair and experience nature in its purest form. Now, whether you're a seasoned rider or a beginner, our e-bikes are perfect for everyone. Call us at 473-422-1011 to book your excursion or visit ridersebikes.com. That's ridersebike.com to reserve your spot. Unleash your adventurous spirit with Ride Excursions and Tours, where every journey becomes an unforgettable adventure. Yeah, guys, fly JetBlue to Grenada. Now, 2 non-stop flights from JFK 2 MBIA. Now listen guys, listen, because you might want to escape the cold weather. You might want to escape this terrible cold weather and go into some heat, right? Spend some time with families and friends. Now check this guys, right now if you book from Monday, January 8th, one way is only $147. I just checked it, $147 from January 8th. You want to escape the Christmas? If you want to do that, after Christmas, right, January 8th, it's $148 one way. And to come back, it's if you come back on the 21st of January, so you're going to be there in time for the riders thing, it's $324. So you're good to go. Fly with JetBlue. Now, if you want to go in for the Christmas season, guys, let me give you some rates for the Christmas season with JetBlue. Now, the morning flight is on the 24th, right? You leave on the 24th to the 29th. You have return flight of $1,044. Now, the morning flight, guys, it leaves at 7 a.m. and they arrive in Grenada at 12:50 p.m. And the night flight from the 25th to the 29th, it's only $804. Fly with JetBlue. And you don't even need to go to a travel agent and thing, Just go to jetblue.com and fly to Grenada. JetBlue and the Grenada Tourism Authority inviting you to escape the cold weather. Come home.
Ministry of Tourism and Economic Development and the Grenada Tourism Authority extend a warm welcome to visitors and returning nationals visiting for Carnival and summer vacation. We do hope you enjoy your stay with us, and we invite you to return with friends and family to celebrate our 50th anniversary of independence on 7th February 2024. Tourism is my business, your business, our business.
Yeah. Guys, we have in stock right now the 50th anniversary of independence t-shirts, sweaters, hoodies, button-ups. It's available. Yes. The first batch was completely sold out. When I tell you sold out, I didn't even get one. It sold out so bad, I didn't even get one. Somebody met me in Grenada, and that's no lie. This person met me in Grenada, and they said, I don't care what you say. I want a shirt. I said, I don't have any more. The man say, the one you have on your back right now, I want that one. The good thing I did take a shower and things, so it wasn't soiled, Yeah, I had to give it to the man. The man wanted more than me. So I don't even have one. So right now you could get your 50th anniversary t-shirt, guys. Remember, this is on sale for the whole entire year. Whoa, yo, it's back and it's in stock. Inbox and get yours before it's all sold out. Guys, also I gotta tell you this. Remember, the Riders e-bike, that's the actual bike, guys. We're gonna have excursion rides every Sunday after the 13th. So the first ride we have it in St. Mark on the 20th aboard these bikes. Now you don't have to pedal, some lazy people, they don't want to pedal, you don't have to paddle. Don't worry about it. It's powered bikes. So when you're going uphill, mountains and stuff like that, you zoom up that, fly up that. So call it bike and hike, something like that. Hike and bike and hike. And we even have a bike and dive. So e-bikes, and if you want to rent the e-bikes, you want to take a tour, a ride around, go to the beach, and you don't want to, you want to kind of beat the traffic a bit. So I want to invite every single rider, everyone, to the grand opening of Riders Excursion Rentals and Tours. We're also going to be providing the excursion to the cruise ships and the hotels and what have you. And it's eco-friendly, it's solar charged, and it's going to really help the traffic situation. Yeah, you go help it. So come in, guys. Saturday, January 13th, we're inviting every rider to the grand opening ribbon cutting ceremony at the Esplanade Mall courtyard. It starts at 1 p.m. and it goes up to 4 p.m. Special invited guests and, of course, free refreshments there. Yesterday, we told you about this, guys. Lux Treasures, let me tell you about these candles and them, Dread. Let me tell you about these candles and them. These candles are so sexy. You put on these candles, ladies and gentlemen. You light these candles and you set the mood, you set the mood, you set the mood. You understand what I mean? You understand what I mean? Get this right now. Check out Lux Treasures on Facebook and purchase your candle. And they have some special candles for the 50th anniversary. Some special 50th anniversary candles. Yes, Lux, you outdid yourself with this 100. That candle and them sweet. It's nice, you getting you in the mood. If you never get in the mood before, you getting you in the mood. Yes! Also, guys, let me tell you about the list of events for the 50th anniversary celebration. They had this press conference today and they outlined a whole slew of things that will be happening for the 50th anniversary. And let me tell you something. If you are in New York for the 50th anniversary of independence in Grenada, something wrong with you. Because it's like Carnival in January and February. It's like Carnival times 2. The amount of people that already booked on JetBlue to head down to Grenada for the 50th anniversary celebration. If you ain't booked yet, book now. Don't say I didn't tell you. Book now at jetblue.com to be a part of the 50th anniversary celebration in Greens.
The Government of Grenada, through the Ministry of Finance, is continuing the rollout of its tax amnesty initiative. The amnesty provides 100% waiver of all interest and penalties on all outstanding balances up to the end of December 2021. All taxpayers with outstanding tax balances and outstanding returns to file are encouraged to take advantage of this amnesty. All tax types administered by the division are eligible for tax amnesty. For further information on the tax amnesty, please contact the Inland Revenue Division at 435-6945 or 435-6946. Email tpshelpdesk@ird.gov.gd or visit our website ird.gd. Amnesty ends December 31st.
I want you folks to play these 3 games from the NLA. Daily pick 3 cash flow and play with. You will be supporting sports and culture, nation building and our future. So go out and play, folks, make it a must. You will see what the National Lottery is doing for us. When you play pick 3 cash flow and play with, the NLA will support you all the way.
Starting September 30th, Monday to Friday, these 3 games will be drawn mid-morning, 9:45 a.m., midday, 12:45 p.m., and evenings, 7:45 p.m. The National Lotteries, supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Sunday money day.
Yeah, so somebody asked me for the link for the t-shirt. I forget, I didn't give you the link for the t-shirts, right? So I just put a link in there. Guys, listen, this shirt's name is like hot bread and butter, you know. It's like hot bread and butter. Yeah, and not no flimsy bread, you know. Real hard dough bread and good butter. Get it. Now, I just put a link in there, guys. Order it now because you know you go out of stock. And this time, when you go out of stock this time, it's no telling if we will get back any stock, you know. It's no telling if we're going to get back in stock. So if you're out of stock right now, get in stock. And we're out of stock now, but we're getting in stock, so you have to stock up. Otherwise, when it's gone, it's gone.
It's Instacash Grenada. Imagine a game with no numbers to choose from, no draws to wait on, and you can play it every day, including Sunday. That's Instacash. It's fast, it's easy to play, and you win prizes instantly. Instacash. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA. Making dreams come true.
Thank you so much, the National Lotteries Authority, supporting sports culture and nation building. In fact, thanks to all our sponsors, everyone who makes sure that we have, we could pay the light bill, we could be on air every day. They are the ones who put their money where their mouth is. And if you have a business or a service or event, whatever, you want to advertise and Ride Along Live, give us a call. We'll send your business viral. We'll show you how to do that. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of our program today, guys. On behalf of all of our production team here at Ride Along Live, our senior executive producer, Lois, JJ, big up yourself. Been working hard for the whole year. How you doing, Kibbs? And of course, Gail, Wago, you good? Catch you guys again tomorrow. Good night. And tomorrow, remember, tomorrow I might do the Santa thing again, so you never know. I'll have to keep checking the page and see if we're doing the Santa thing tomorrow. Okay, good night.